and welcome to Feel Good Yoga. Um, let's get started. So let's start standing today. So begin just with your feet at hip width apart and feeling your feet, starting with our first beginning meditation. So pay attention to your breath. And just feel your breath coming in and out, just being with each breath in this moment. And just feel some gratitude. Being with this moment, remembering what you're grateful for. And notice how your body, maybe you may have the wiggles and you want to get out a little wiggle here and a little wiggle there. And then notice your posture and how you're balancing on your feet. So if you're leaning a little forward, let's see if you can place your weight evenly front to back and side to side. And as you inhale tall. And then notice how the head is balanced on the top two vertebrae of the neck. And see if you can relax the back of the neck, standing very tall so that your head can just balance right on those top two vertebrae. And you're not having to hold your head up, it just balances there. Notice your breath as your ribs expand and contract with the breath, as your belly expands and contracts with the breath. And then we'll do the three-part breathing. So breathe in through the nose, feeling it come in into the throat, and then down into the belly. And out, belly, throat, nose. And in, nose, throat, belly. And exhale, belly, throat, nose. And just continue with that awareness for a few more breaths. And set an intention. Set your intention of what you're hoping to gain in the class this morning with your commitment to the mat. And let's inhale the arms up, reaching up, look with the eyes up, and reach up. Reach the fingertips as high as you can. Now reach the right fingertips as high as you can, reaching, stretching through the side body, placing all of the weight on the right, and leaning then toward the left. Feeling the breath, and then right to the other side. Reaching, leaning toward the other side, feeling that side body stretch. And then right to the other side again. And a little bit more this time. And inhaling, reaching then to the other side again. And both arms up, reaching up. And let's come right down into halfway lift. So just feel the muscles on each side of the spine firing up. Now I want you to spread your toes. So pick your toes up and spread your toes and spread that pinky toe all the way out. And then we're going to come all the way down to the floor, bend the knees, and right up onto the tip toes and just stretch the bottom of the feet and stretch the toes. If you need to mess with your toes to get them to stretch, do that. And then come up into halfway lift again and all the way up. And then paint the wall down, right back all the way down, stretching the toes right on your tip toes. So stretch the bottom of the feet and the toes. And from here, stay on your tiptoes and come up and then all the way up, all the way up. This is hard to a tiptoe stretch and down. Back down to halfway lift. All the way down one more time, stretching through the toes. And staying on your toes, lift the tailbone. Coming up to halfway lift. And all the way up. Tiptoe and down. Now let's straddle our mats. And intend the arms out on each side and inhale down, exhale up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. And one more. Now turn the torso toward the left, bend the left leg. Exhale down and inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Continuing. Drop the head. So when you're going down, drop the head all the way down. And let's go right to the other side. So bending then the right knee, exhaling down. Drop that head down and inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And one more. And from here, let's go right into warrior. So bend that knee. So I have the left knee, bending the left knee, and just making sure that your knee is at right angle over the ankle and it's tracking toward the pinky toe. Then focus on the pelvis, pulling the belly in, tucking the tailbone under, and then steering wheel that back hip right forward. So when you're in this, you'll feel a stretch right on that back quad. So feel that. Inhale the arms up, reaching up. Go to the full range of motion of your shoulders. Look with your gaze a little bit up. And inhale the elbows right back to shoulder height, squeezing those shoulders together, opening through the palms. Let's check the pelvis again. So pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. And then lift into a little back bend here, inhaling, lifting, breathing, welcoming the heat. And then inhale up and right into warrior two, reaching. Let's open that palm, reach up, lean back. And then you can lean onto your arm on the back. You can wrap your arm around you. And let's again go to our gratitudes. So thinking of 3 people in your life you're very grateful for. And then think of your 8-year-old self. And just be grateful for that 8-year-old self. The happy times or the sad times, the difficult times or the good times. And the strength that she or he had. And then think of someone who's passed on and how grateful you are that they were in your life. And windmill over. And we're in lunge. Finding your lunge and just feeling the lunge, inviting movement to the lunge. Now let's take that forward foot right back and let's go right into side incline plank. So there's full side incline plank, or you can put a knee down wherever you want to be. And if you want more, lift the leg. If you have a knee down, keep the leg down. And then come right back to hands and knees. And let's go into a little cat and cow here. So inhaling up into cow and over into cat. And up, inhaling up and exhaling over. Just feel that spine get warmed up. And then let's go as if we're going into a modified side incline plank. So one knee down, the other arm up right to the ear, and just stretch, another side body stretch. Now let's place the hand right on the back of the head, and let's go into a modified back bend. So just lift the ribs and then chest right up. Look with the eyes up and back, and just feel the stretch through the side body and the front body. And feel your breath. And then come out into a modified side incline. Reach that arm next to the ear. Feel the stretch. And then right into hands and knees again. Into cat and cow, inhaling up and exhaling over. And inhaling up, exhaling over. And one more. Now let's go into side incline plank on the other side. So I'm just going to switch around. So a full side incline plank on the other side. And if you want to modify, then come down to one knee. If you're in full side incline plank and you want more, lift the leg. And down and into a modified side incline plank. So one leg back, or one knee down. The foot is kind of behind you. And reach the other arm up toward the ear, stretching through the side body. Feeling your breath. Now take that hand and place it on the back of your head. And let's just go into a modified back bend. So we're going to reach the ribs and the heart right toward the sky. Feeling your breath. Feel the opening through the whole front of the ribs, the pec, the arm, down into the hip. Feel your breath. And then back up into a modified side incline plank, reaching that arm right next to the ear. And then right back down to hands and knees. And again, some cat and cow. So inhaling up and exhaling over. Inhaling up, exhaling over. And then let's tuck the toes under and lift right up into down dog. So our first down dog, feeling your down dog, remembering that the priority is the spine being straight, the legs bent. So if you can keep your spine completely straight and your tailbone completely lifted and still straighten the legs, go for it. I can't do that. So it just depends on, on how loose your body already is. Some people are very loose through their connective tissue. Now let's take that left foot and bring it right up in between the hands again. So we're in lunge one more time. And let's bring the back foot down to heel and toe. Bring the outside arm inside the foot, and let's lifting, opening through the chest. And then lift all the way into warrior two. Straighten that front knee and reach forward, reaching forward. So we're going to go into a side angle stretch. And then bring that hand down to the leg or the ankle. If you want to rest your weight on the leg, that's fine. If you want to just manage without using your abs to maintain, that's fine too. Really keep that chest open, just like when we were in side incline plank in the back bend. You want to really open the heart toward the sky. And then inhale back up, bend the knee, windmill over. Let's go into the twist now. So back foot, you're on your toe. Your weight then comes to the inside arm and the outside arm lifts. Opening through the chest right toward the sky. So feel that opening. Now concentrate on your feet, placing the weight on your feet and lift into high twisted lunge. And exhale, windmill over. One hand on each side of the foot. Let's heel toe that foot right back into the middle of the mat, and then bring that back foot right down, back into down dog. Let's inhale out to plank and lower down nice and slow. You can invite a laughter here. It just makes me laugh when we do that. It's so silly. So bring the hands then back even with the heart chakra, and you can come into either cobra or up dog, whatever you prefer to do. Lifting the heart, pulling the heart forward if you're in up dog. And then exhale down and right back into extended child's pose. So feeling the breath, feeling the stretch at mid-back, through the hips. Imagine that you can inhale through the top of the head. The breath carries down the spine, around the hips and knees, and drains right out through the bottom of the feet as you exhale. Inhaling through the top of the head, all the way down, around and out through the bottom of the feet. One more time. And then right back up to hands and knees. Tucking the toes under. Deep breath in, drop the head as you exhale. Deep breath in and exhale, coming into down dog. Let's walk then forward, walking forward Walking forward, right into forward fold. And just hanging, letting go in forward fold. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. And inhale up, halfway. And then all the way up, reaching up and right down and into chair. So in chair, remember we want to lean our bodies back so that most of the weight is on the heels. Leaning back, lifting the toes, looking up. Now place all of the weight on the right foot and step the left foot back. And we're in warrior. So check your knee that it is at right angle or close over the ankle, and that the knee is tracking over the pinky toe. Fingertips as high as you can, thumbs as far back as you can. Back foot, feel that back foot. Put as much weight as you can on the pinky side of the back foot. Now pay attention to the pelvis. So pull the belly in and tuck the tailbone under. And when you do that, you'll notice a nice stretch right here of the quads. Let's bring the elbows right to shoulder height, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Squeezing, squeezing, open the palms. Check the pelvis again, pulling the belly in, tucking the tailbone under, and then lift right into a nice back bend. And when you're there and you're at your max, where you want to go, squeeze those shoulder blades together again. Enjoy the heat. And inhale up and right into warrior two. Open the palm, lift, and put your weight either on your arm on the back leg or wrap your arm around you. And just think of 5 mundane or big things you're thankful for. What comes to mind? Our lives are different now during the quarantine time, but think what's good. And then windmill over, one hand on each side of the foot, align your nails, and just feel lunge. Now let's bring the outside hand to the inside of the foot, back foot to heel and toe, and reach up, opening up, looking up. And then come all the way up into warrior two. Straighten that forward leg and reach, reaching as far as you can, reaching for that peach, that yummy, juicy peach. Reach a little further, and then windmill the arms over. And you can rest your weight on your body if you want, or you can just use your abs to support you, whatever you want to do. The main thing is to keep the chest open. Open the chest right up toward the sky. And then windmill over, right back down. And let's go into reverse. So you're going to take the outside arm and reach it up. Open the chest toward the sky. The back foot, you're on your toe. Feel your breath. Now pay attention to your feet, placing all the weight on your feet and come up into high twisted lunge. And exhale, windmill over. Right back down. Feel and invite some movement into lunge. Now let's take that forward foot right back to down dog. So reaching the tailbone up, rock that tailbone as high as you can. Relax through the ankles, nod the head yes, and shake the head no. And then let's inhale out to plank. So when you're in plank, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, ha ha ha. And lift, let's lift into cobra and give our wrists a break here. It's lifting into cobra. Give your wrists a break. And then exhale down, bring the hands, the fingertips to heart center and tuck your toes under and lift into up dog wherever you want to be for up dog. Pulling the heart forward. And then exhale down. And before we go into our counter pose, let's come into Sphinx. So in Sphinx, we put our elbows directly under the shoulders and the palms right down on the floor. So a nice wide palm right down on the floor. And relax completely through the lower back and just feel this. I feel a definite stretch in my lower back. Now with your hands pushing down onto the floor, pull your arms back, your body forward. And you'll notice a nice stretch of the upper back of the spine. So just notice it, feeling your breath. The pelvis is pushing right down into the mat. And then exhale down. And let's go right into our counter pose. So knees wide on the mat, right into extended child's pose. Again, feeling your breath in through the top of the head, out through the bottom of the feet. Being in this moment with your body. Notice your chattering mind, just always disciplining it back to this moment, to the sensations of your body in this moment. And then right up to hands and knees again. So coming up to knees, let's take our hands, our fists, and place them right on the sacrum. So we're going to pull each shoulder back, pull the shoulders back. Same thing with the pelvis, pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. So instead of the pelvis, your bottom sticking out, really tuck that bottom under, pulling the belly in, squeezing the shoulders together, and then lift right into another back bend. And if you want, you can go back to your heels, the arms extended, supporting yourself on your heels. Feel your breath. Opening through the heart. And then come all the way up and all the way over. One more time, extended child's pose. And lift to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, lift to down dog. And walk forward. Little walk, little steps all the way forward. And just feel your body in forward fold. Maybe bicycle in forward fold. Just feel forward fold. And then bend both knees and let the ribs drop right down onto the femur. And then let's lift the back lift the seat way up toward the ceiling, which for me is about 2 millimeters once my ribs are on the femurs. So, just it's a nice stretch of the back body. And some of us are very tight through the back body. So wherever you're at. Now let's lift up and then all the way up to mountain. So let's stand in mountain for a moment. Just letting us catch our breath. Feel your breath. Feel this current moment. Feel your weight and how it's front to back, side to side on your feet. Look with your eyes up. Now let's place both feet together here. And we're going to go down into chair. Bring the hands to heart center. Now, if you need your feet apart, that's okay. So wherever you're at here. So all the way down. Let's take then the right elbow and place it on the outside of the opposite knee. Now the hands then come up. So I want you to push the top hand down onto the bottom hand. Look with your eyes up into this nice twist. Think of opening through the ribs, opening through the heart. And then coming right back up. Let's take a moment to catch our breath. And let's go right to the other side. So down into chair. Opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Looking up. Taking this top hand, placing it on the other hand and pushing down, encouraging the twist. Feel the breath. And then come right back out of it. And again, let's catch our breath. So we're going to do the same thing, only a modified version. So coming down into chair, right to the other side. And this time, straighten the arm. Now, if the arm comes down toward the floor, that's fine. If it doesn't reach the floor, that's okay too. Other arm comes up. So if your arm comes down, it can kind of help you to balance. Other arm comes up, looking up, opening. And back up to hands at heart center. Feel the heat. Feel the heart beating. Feel the breath being this current moment. And then right to the other side. So down to chair. Elbow on the opposite side, straighten the arm. If you can reach it toward the floor and just place your fingertips on the floor, that's great. Other arm comes up. Pull that belly in. Opening the heart right toward the sky. Opening. Feeling your breath. And then right back up again. And I'm hot and sweaty after that. So let's feel our breath. And then from here, let's just begin our balance poses. So begin again with tree. So thumbs back to begin with. Place all of your weight onto one foot. Feel that foot and how you balance. Feel the root growing down into the earth. Set your drishti And then place your other foot wherever you need it to be, avoiding the knee, and arms then to where you need them to be. Feel your breath. Remembering that we renounce competition in balances. We practice renunciation of all but where we are at on our path, where our brain is learning. And exhale down right to the other side. So thumbs back, place all of your weight on the other foot. Let that root ball grow down, front and back, side to side, a great big ball, right down into the ground. Drishti up, and then place your other foot to wherever you need it to be, respecting where you're at on your journey. And then arms to where you need them to be. Full respect of yourself, your body, your brain, your ability to balance. Renouncing all competition, all of what you should be, and just being what you are now. Feeling your breath. And relax down. So we're going to do another one that we haven't done in a while. So arms out to the side just to help us balance. And we're going to bring the left knee right up and then down. That knee up again and down. And the knee up and place it right onto the other knee. So you're making a figure 4. You can take both hands and place them, one on the ankle, one on the knee, and come right over. And if you can, I'm not going to be able to do it, you can place hands at heart center. Pushing that knee down, bending the other knee. You'll get a nice stretch here through the hip, and then right back up. So the other side, place all of your weight then on the opposite foot. Arms out, lift one leg, and exhale down. Lift the leg again, and exhale down. And lift the leg again and place it on a figure 4. One hand on the heel or the ankle, one hand on the knee. Bend the other knee, pushing that knee down, coming down into a chair-like pose, feeling the stretch as we balance. And then all the way up. Reaching and down. And let's go to the back of our mats. We're going to bend the knees, bend at the hips, drop the arms, and come all the way down, then with a straight spine, right onto our backs. For our ab work, we can't ever miss our ab work. Reaching the palms next to the ankles, spread the toes. Inhale, extend one leg. Exhale, alternate. Now both hands over to the right. And both hands over to the left. And then one hand on each side. And relax. Bring the hands right above the head. Stretch. Stretch the heels as far away from you as you can. Stretch the arms as far away from you as you can, reaching. Deep breath in. And then exhale, bring the legs right up into pike, hands palm side down right underneath the glutes. And a Barbie doll foot, but with toes spread. So you'll never be able to get your foot into those pointy high heels like this. Now let's lower down slowly. So lowering and breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up. And lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up. And lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing 6, lift the tailbone, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Now let's bring the left knee right in toward the left shoulder. And left knee then to right shoulder, feeling the stretch of the piriformis. Grab your strap. Wrap your strap right around the ball of the foot, straightening the leg. So remembering here that it's very important to have the proper alignment. So the knee has got to be straight and locked. The toes are reaching right toward the nose. So that means if you're holding the strap and your foot is down this far, that's where you're at, and you renounce anything that doesn't look like that. Knee is straight, toes are reaching toward the nose. And then just feel the stretch. Feel the stretch on the back of the calf, down into the Achilles tendon, down into the bottom of the foot, all the way down into the back of the leg. And now as you inhale, reach that leg out to the side for the lateral stretch. Opposite arm comes out for a counterbalance. And we give in here. We give in to gravity, relaxing. Keeping, though, our mind disciplined toward the breath. So as it's chattering, past or future, regrets or worries, obsessions, bring it right back to the breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, release and drop the strap. Now, let's bend the other knee and do a figure 4 onto the other knee. And reach underneath, grabbing underneath the knee, using your opposite elbow to push the figure 4 leg out to the side, and just feel this. So now I want us to very gently bring both this whole contraption of our legs over to the right while we're still pulling it in just a little bit, and just feel how that changes the stretch, maybe intensifies the stretch. Now bring the whole contraption over to the other side, and then back again to the more intense side, and then back to center. Release that and bring your foot right back down to the mat. And bring the whole contraption again over to the side so that your foot can be on the ground. And we're going to take the arm and pull that upper knee down so that we're into a full spinal twist. Open right through the ribs. Just feel this opening right through the ribs. Look with your head and neck all the way to the other side. Notice your breath. Just enjoy this twist. So one thing you can do is you can take your hand and place it right at the top of your upper leg, right at the very top of the upper leg, and push away from you. And you'll get a little extra stretch through the lumbar spine. It'll just separate all of those lumbar vertebrae a little bit more. And then come right back up and unwind. And let's just go into a relaxation here for a moment, feeling both sides, feeling the breath. Now let's bring the right knee right in toward the right shoulder. So really pull it in. Right knee towards left shoulder, feeling the stretch of the piriformis, feeling the breath. Now grab your strap, wrapping it around the ball of the foot. So remembering this, that the form is very important in this pose. So knee is straight. Toes are reaching right towards the nose. Now, once you're there, wherever you're at with your strap, just feel it. Take a moment to feel it. Now, a lot of times, because the stretch is so intense, we'll want to point through the toe. So relax the foot, the ankle, so that it's reaching right towards your nose, and feel the stretch right in the bottom of the foot, all the way around the heel, into the Achilles, up into the calf muscle. Feel your breath. Just push that breath right into this very intense part of the stretch. So imagine you can irrigate the stretch with your breath. Feel it then all the way into the back of the leg. And if you find yourself pointing your foot again, just relax it again. Just notice that and relax it again, enjoying the full benefit of this stretch. Now, let's bring that leg all the way out to the side, opposite leg out for a counterbalance. Giving in here. So this is a yin pose, letting go, relaxing into this stretch. Relax your brow. Stay with your breath, bringing your thoughts back, always disciplining your thoughts back to the breath, back to the sensations in the body. And then bend the knee, release and drop the strap. Bring the other knee up, and a figure four with the ankle, the right ankle on the left knee. Now reach underneath and grab the underside of the leg here. Use your elbow to push your right knee a little bit more out to the side, and just feel this. So this is something that you can try if you want to, sitting up. So you're sitting in a chair, and you just sit like a boy in a chair. And as you notice, our backs are on the floor, so our spine is very straight. So that's when you're in a chair, you need to make sure your spine is very straight, and you can do this stretch sitting in a chair if you're feeling irritable or bitchy and you're holding tension in your hip. Now staying here, let's bring the entire lower contraption over just a little bit, like an inch, to the left and feel how it changes the stretch. Deep breath, and then an inch or 2 inches to the right. Feel how it changes the stretch. Again, reaching a few inches, inch to a few inches over to the left. And then relax. Now bring the entire contraption again over to the side until that foot can rest on the floor. Your free left hand grabs the right knee and pulls it down, opening yourself up into a spinal twist. So the ribs are open here. Just feel those ribs open right up. Now look with your head, your neck and your head all the way. Let the eyes get involved, looking with your eyes as hard as they can down at the mat or the floor. And feel your breath and feel the sensation of the twist. Deep breath in and out, and then right back. And unwind your legs. Let's come into a nice Shavasana now. So palms are up. And just begin to feel the weight of your entire body on the mat. And thank yourself for coming to the mat today, for disciplining your brain to come back to this current moment. Feel your belly rising and falling with each breath. And feel then and place your attention on the bottom of the feet, the skin on the bottom of the feet. And notice, is it cool? Is it tingly? Notice how it feels. Now bring your awareness to each toe, big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toes. And now to the midfoot, and imagine you can breathe right into the bottom of the foot, right into those bones of the midfoot. Now switch your awareness right up to the ankle. And you can even move your ankle a little bit and just feel how it's slippery in that ankle joint. Now bring your awareness and your breath right up into the calf and the shin bone. And see if you can feel the other bone in your leg. Now, as you breathe in, bring your awareness up to the knees, both knees, and then to the kneecaps. Just notice the sensation there. Bring your awareness into the femur. This really big bone is the biggest bone of our bodies. So feel this massive bone. Feel the musculature surrounding it. Breathe right into it. Now bring your awareness into the hips, into the hip socket. So where the femur greets the pelvis. And now feel the pelvis and feel the floor of the pelvis. Notice if you're clenching, letting go. Feel how the weight of the lower body rests on the sacrum of the pelvis. Feel the belly rising and falling with each breath. Now take a deep breath in. Let that belly really rise. And exhale. Nice slow exhale. Take a deep breath on, let the belly rise and let the ribs expand. And then very slowly exhaling. One more time, deep breath in, belly rising and ribs expanding. Slowly, slowly exhaling. Placing now your awareness right at the tailbone and coming up one vertebra at a time with your awareness. And hesitate right behind the level of the stomach, the actual physical stomach. And just feel your stomach, feel the spine there, the organs of the abdomen, the gut. And then bring your awareness slowly then up the spine, each vertebrae. And notice how the vertebrae are stouter, they're bigger. And how you can feel that they're bigger. And hesitate right behind the area of the heart. Feel the heart beating. Another deep breath, letting the ribs expand, letting the belly expand. Slow exhale. Again, bring your attention to the heart beating. Feel your belly again rising and falling. And again, back to the spine, feeling each vertebrae one at a time as you come up right between the shoulder blades. Let's go into an awareness of the shoulders now. And down into the arms. Feel the upper arm bone first, the bicep and the tricep there. Feel the elbow joint, just noticing it. Now into the lower arms and notice both bones. Feel the two bones of the arm and notice how you can feel the bones. You can sense them from the inside. Now come into the wrist and down into the bones of the palm and the thumb. Now, as you inhale, come down into the fingers and feel each finger. Now let's switch our awareness back again to the vertebrae, right at the base of the neck. And feel each vertebrae and the neck now, the vertebrae are small again. Feel the throat, feel the voice box. Come up the vertebrae right into the base of the skull. And notice the contents of the skull. Just feel that. Feel the heaviness of the head, the contents of the skull. Bring in awareness to the skull itself, the bones of the skull. And feel then and notice the muscles on the outside of the skull, the scalp muscles. Just notice them. Notice if you're holding tension somehow there. Feel the brow. If you're holding tension in the brow, take a deep breath in. And then notice the globes of the eyes and let the globes just sink right into their sockets. Now feel the bones of the face, the cheekbones, the nose, the upper jawbone, the lower jawbone, the joint of the jaw. And then feel the teeth. Now as you inhale, notice the tongue and just let it rest easily in the roof of the mouth and just completely focus on the breath. And I'm going to read to you from Mark Nepo's The Book of Awakening. Of magic doors, there is this: you do not see them even as you are passing through. Often, as we are being transformed, we cannot tell what is happening. For while in the midst of staying afloat, it is next to impossible to see the ocean we are being carried into. While struggling with the pain of change, it is often impossible to see the new self we are becoming. While feeling our hand pried loose by experience, we seldom can imagine what will fit it once it is opened. As the days rinse our heart, we can feel something unseeable scour us through, though we can't yet imagine how much fresher milk and sky and laughter will taste once we are returned to the feel of being new. So, as we are lying quietly, bring to mind a struggle you are now experiencing in your life. Breathe through this struggle and bless the buried part of you just waiting for its turn in the world. Now begin to roll your wrists and roll your ankles and begin to stretch a little and stretch your arms above your head and then roll to one side using an upward stretched arm as a pillow for your head. Now let's seal in this renewal, inhaling to the sound of the chime and inhaling. And one more deep breath in. Now, as you inhale again, use the strength of your arms to push yourself up. And let's just reach right up and hands to heart center. The highest in me honors the highest in you. Namaste. And so I'll look for you all in a few minutes. I'll unmute you all and we'll see you in Sangha.